Oh my
Yay!
goodness.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to see you.
It's nice to see you 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
You did so good on my show last night. Let's talk about that. I got
Thank
to
you so
interview you
much.
about health and nutrition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people loved your content because you're really helping us to like live a healthy life. So just know I'm a fan of your material, but also I love these Instagram lives that you do.
Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you just for being here because, first of all, I know that you're so busy. You guys, Tim literally does like 7 to 8 plus interviews a day, especially right now, talking about miracle mentality. And I think I heard you say last night that your first interview was at 5 a.m. this morning. And
Yeah.
here you are. You're here with us today. Look, Tony here says he is glowing. I'm telling you, it's because he is an earth angel. He literally glows and he shines the light. So Tim, I've already talked about how amazing you are, all the countries you're in, how you have inspired and healed and coached and guided millions of people, not just from your events on giant stages of like 30 plus thousand people, but through your books that are all bestsellers. So I know that there are a lot of people that know about you already because you've got fans here too, like from your account, and there's a lot of new people here. Hi, yes, thank you. I can't wait to read the book already, you guys. I'm telling you guys, you need to order this book. I mean, we traveled near and far to get this last copy. So you want to put in your order as soon as possible because Tim, if it's sold out, like they'll just print more and send it out to people right away, right?
That's right. That's exciting.
Yeah. So okay. So I've already talked for like 15 minutes before you even got on here. I would love for you to just give a little bit of background on you. Tell people like how you came to here. And I know you can't do it in like 5 minutes, but give us the bullet points because I know that people already love you and they're just gonna fall even more in love with you once they know a little bit about your journey.
Thank you. So I'll start with a story.
Mm-hmm.
I like to tell this story about Walt Disney. He walked into an amusement park in the 1930s,
Mm-hmm.
and it really connected to him. And he told his friend, he had one male friend with him. He said, "Someday I'm going to build my own amusement park, but mine's going to be different, better, and more magical." So I want you to think about that today. That when you were a kid, you had dreams, and most likely you thought, I'm going to do things that are magical. Well, what
Mm-hmm.
does magical mean? It means extraordinary,
Yeah.
uncommon, not regular. So
Yes.
when I was a kid growing up in Compton, California, we had 7 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, when I say that, that's not a put down to my father or
Mm-hmm.
my mother, but my mother had a 6th grade education. My father had a 10th grade education, and that's just where they were. But I was having magical dreams even when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking that I wanted to be different, better, and more magical without saying those words.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1955, Walt Disney created Disneyland.
Uh-huh.
But before he created Disneyland, he had a lot of delays,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of denials, and a lot of detours.
Yeah.
So all of you that are watching today, you got big dreams, but there's
Yeah.
going to be delays at times, like
Mm-hmm.
COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be denials where people say no. And there'll
Mm-hmm.
be detours sometimes where we make choices that we maybe should not have made.
Mm-hmm.
So Walt Disney, had Disneyland made in 1955, and it was different, better, and more magical. Now, when I was 7 years of age, a family decided to give my family tickets to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
So I was only 7 years of age. Now think about this.
Yeah.
So I go to Disneyland and I see things, Serena, I've never seen before. I
Yeah.
see these rides. I see these streets so clean. I see Mickey Mouse for the first time,
Uh-huh.
Donald Duck. So the magic of Walt Disney touched the magic of little Timmy Storey from Compton.
Mm.
And just because one person believed in the dream of magical living,
Yeah.
could you imagine he influenced my life?
Yeah.
Because when I saw that, it did something to me that said there's more to life than what I have seen so far.
Mm-hmm. And that's so beautiful. And you talk about that, just, you open up your book that way. You're sharing about this story. And, something that you said about this book. Well, first of all, and I'm going to say this, and then I want to dive into you being the comeback king and how that leads into the miracle mentality. But you were talking about how this is like a movement. And that resonated so deeply with me when you said that, because you're saying that like we all have that in us, and we forget, and we get disillusioned, right?
Yes.
And so if you could just talk about that, because that is so timely right now. And right now, I mean, you are the ultimate comeback king, the comeback coach, but I feel like that's more than just a title. Like that energy that you give and your teachings and your wisdom and your knowledge, people need that more than ever right now.
Thank you.
And thank you guys. I already have people saying, I just ordered the audio, I just ordered the book. Keep going, you guys, and text me and put it in the comments when you do.
I think, Serena, part of it, what I do is I make things very simple, and I remind people who they really are.
Yeah.
And the reality is that you are a magical person.
Mm-hmm.
Oprah loves this saying of mine, and she even quotes it and quotes me, that you are a miracle in motion. Every one of you watching right now, you're a miracle in motion.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you were a little child, you knew that.
Yeah.
That's why when you are asked when you're a child, what do you want to be? I'm a princess.
Yeah.
Or I'm a ballerina. Or a little boy, I'm going to be the president.
Yeah.
They're saying lofty things.
Yeah.
Because lofty things are in your soul.
Yeah.
So what I become a pro at is reaching into people and pulling out those lofty things. But what begins to happen to people is that they are now tutored and mentored as they grow older. And people try to tutor and mentor you out of this lofty thinking.
Yeah.
Like people like us don't do this. People like us can't have that.
Yeah.
And we've all had this happen to us. So the miracle mentality teaches you that you were born to live this way.
Yeah.
You were born to live this magical life.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's basically just reminding, because something that you said was, you said education, observation, and conversation.
Yes.
That just kind of like brings us back to center, brings us back to who we really are. And I do love how simple you make it, especially in this time where, how are people supposed to pivot from this? Like, how are people supposed to connect to that mentality, reconnect to that mentality? How can they do that, especially with the pandemic and everything going on, and so much confusion and misinformation and all of that out there? Like, how, and clearly, like, they're going to get this book and it's going to help guide them. But what are some steps? What are a few little nuggets? And I just want to give a shout out to some people: Brian, Brandon, Jamie. Thank you so much. You guys already bought the book. I love you guys. Keep going.
All right, let me give you some steps. So I'll give you 3, and then we'll dialogue about them. Then I'll give you 3 more, okay?
Yeah.
So what happens to people is that we're feeling this miracle mentality as kids. And even if there's major disruption in the house, because I do a lot of work with psychologists,
right,
and even working with a lot of children and celebrities' kids. And even if there's a lot of disruption in the house, there's still a mentality inside of you that wants to do something big.
Yeah.
So if there's a life interruption, it could be your parents' divorce, could be your own personal illness, some kind of challenge, okay? So to get back to the miracle mentality, you need to take these steps. Number 1, you need to become awake. So what do I mean by that?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, they get so busy becoming human doings instead of human beings.
Yeah.
That they just kind of sleepwalk through a year, sleepwalk sometimes through a decade. Now, even though a pandemic hit and a lot of us were quarantined, that doesn't mean I was sleepwalking.
Right.
And I was very awake in the midst of quarantine.
Yeah.
So number 1, you got to wake up. Number two,
What
you
does
have to
that
take
mean, Tim?
inventory.
Like, what does that mean? Like, if someone
Okay.
doesn't know how, like, what does it mean to wake up?
Okay, to wake up
Mm-hmm.
would be to trigger yourself so you can remember who you really are. And
Okay.
there's different ways to trigger yourself, and one of them is music.
Mm.
And so what I do many times, because in my house, we really loved like Motown.
Yeah.
And I never knew that these guys that I loved, I'd end up life coaching and becoming best friends to.
Yeah.
And that would be like Stevie Wonder, who I've worked with for over 25 years, Smokey Robinson, who I've worked with for over 30 years. So I trigger myself sometimes through music.
Mm-hmm.
Music of my past that reminds me when things were really innocent. So even today, you can trigger yourself by going back to music. There was music of your childhood that made you feel a certain way.
I love that.
So that you can wake up. Another way you
Love
can
that.
wake up, this is so powerful, is read things that you used to read a long time ago. Go back to
Yeah.
certain books that you read, even if they're
Yeah.
children's books, and get triggered. Another thing,
Yeah.
this is so powerful.
Ah,
I had
so
this
good.
man that was really in a bad place, and he's very powerful financially. And I said, what TV shows did you used to love when you were a kid? He said, I Love Lucy. I said, okay, so let me tell you what your assignment is. Well, I said, well, I'm going to send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my assistant send him 5 I Love Lucy episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I made him watch them 5 days in a row. And he sent me a text, and he said, now you've gone too far, with a laughing emoji. But let me tell you what happened to him, Serena.
Mm-hmm.
After episode 3, he texted me and he goes, oh my God, you're a genius. It triggered him to back to when he was a kid and woke him up to, hey,
Yeah.
I remember the innocence.
Yeah.
So it could be like the ice cream truck going by, chase
Yeah.
it again. It could be going to 7-Eleven and getting a Slurpee.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Yes, that is genius and just
So number
powerful
1,
and profound and simple. Like
awake. So you can become
everyone
awake.
here, there's
Trigger
1,000 people
yourself.
here. 1,000 of you, you know, you can literally do this at the moment you jump off this live. Like that is
Trigger yourself.
wow.
Because
Mhm.
other things are triggering you in the negative. Trigger yourself in the positive.
Yeah.
In things that were innocent back in the day that made you feel good.
Yeah.
Serena,
Yeah.
a secret about me that I've never said in any of these interviews I've ever done.
Okay.
I go to toy stores
Mhm.
probably once every 3 months, and I buy whatever I want. Because when we were poor,
That's so
I
cute.
couldn't afford anything.
Oh my God.
So recently, I went and got a Nerf basketball game. Here I am, Tim Storey, life coach to the stars.
Mhm.
And I got the Nerf rim, and I got the little basketball, and I
Mhm.
put it in my hotel room. I was on the road. And in between, I think I was speaking like 18,000 at this conference. People didn't know it. I was in my suite shooting baskets.
Oh my God. I
Feeling
love
like
that.
little Timmy Story from Compton.
Mhm.
Boom. Okay.
God,
So
I
number
didn't
1.
know I could love you more. But in this moment, I love you even more. So, I mean, thank you for sharing that. I feel special. I think all 1,000 of us feel special that you shared something you've never shared before. And I'm going to remember that, you know? Like, think about my childhood, like what spoke to me. We were talking, there's someone here that loves Voltron. We're talking about Voltron, watching that when we were kids, and just things that spark that sense of magic in you.
Yes, you just said it. Spark it, trigger it. So number 1, you become awake.
Mhm.
Secondly, take inventory.
Yeah.
Take inventory of your life and get very real about it. I used to work at a place, it was called Miller's Outpost,
Mm-hmm.
when I was 16 years of age, and I was selling clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And so on Saturdays before the store opened, we had to take inventory. So we would go through the number of pants that you would have and number of shirts. And we had probably about 8 employees. We were all taking inventory. So
Mm-hmm.
that is to find out what we had there, taking inventory. Take inventory of your life.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And really, when you're awake, say, what is my mindset like?
Yeah.
What is my mobility? Where's my body?
Mm-hmm.
Where's my energy?
Mm-hmm.
Where's my health and nutrition? Where am I at spiritually? Where am I at socially?
Yeah.
Where's my job? Where's my finances? So secondly, you take inventory, but watch how powerful this is. Number 3, you have to partner with the right people.
Yeah.
And that's where you come in, Serena,
Yeah.
because you're doing such a great job of helping people walk through life. You are a life guide.
Thank
So
you.
the universe is using you as a life guide to lead people and guide them so that they would just get better. We're not trying to fix anybody.
No,
We just want you to
God.
get better. But when you take inventory and you're realistic, you'll start to say, you know what? Man, I'm not as funny as I used to be.
Yeah.
And my mindset seems off and my body feels off. Well, that means that we need to do something about it. Okay? So the next step after partnering with right people is you need to make a different plan. See, some of you are trying to work the same old plan that you created when you had a small mindset and when you were confined and you were cramped and you were crowded. I want you to make a new plan starting today from the space that you're in right now. When you begin to get the miracle mentality, you'll begin to make a new plan, a plan of an utmost life and not an almost life.
Yes. Oh my God. The plan for the utmost life, not an almost life. That I'm writing that down, Tim, and that's going on my board. I love that. And thank you for your kind words always. You know, you inspire me to do what I do because you're always helping millions of people as well. And I love this breakdown. And I actually say that a lot to people, you know, take inventory. And I do that myself. It's always about how can I serve more? How can I serve better? How can I be better so that I can serve more?
Yes. So these are things that you've done in your journey. I mean, people, if I could just say this, because you don't say it often, a graduate of Berkeley, not easy to even get into school, but to do what she's done, to be an amazing chef, and to know this space so well, and to do it at such a high level, high standard, it's just a beautiful thing that you're doing for people. So what happens next is that you partner with the right people, okay? And then you make the right plan. But again, don't make the plan from a mundane place. You see that in the book. Don't make it from the mundane place. Don't make the plan from a place of messiness. And don't make the new plan from a place of madness. Make it from the magical thinking of when you were a child of I can. It's like the Black Eyed Peas song. I'ma be Black Eyed Peas. Man, you gotta start thinking this year. I'ma be. When you start to get that in your spirit, nobody can stop you.
Oh yeah, so powerful, so powerful, and this is all in your book, you know. And but Tim, you have a bunch of other books too. Could you do you have any of them around you?
Just talk about that one right now, because that's the movement right now.
Well, no, this is like, I feel like, I mean, this is just me, but I think everyone needs like a library of your books. So it's not just this one.
There's a lot of books.
We need all of them.
That's the one I'm so excited about right now.
Yes.
And they can buy it. If they don't like to read, they can hear my voice through the whole thing.
Yes.
Which I love. And in fact, the guy who was the engineer when I was doing the talk, he went like, whoa. He goes, I could feel it while you're in the room. Because I'm speaking this stuff out. I'm speaking it out.
Yes.
And so, and you can get it on Barnes and Noble. You can get it on Amazon right this second. All right. So let's move on, because you're going to like these principles. So then what happens is you make this plan, but you do it out of the right place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you have the plan, you need the principles to line up with the plan. And that's where you help me. So let's dive into this for a second. So I've been traveling since I was 20. And as you know, you were saying, I've been to all these countries, but some of these countries I've been to 60 times. And I've been to like third world nations and I probably ate some things I shouldn't have eaten because I had to. I was in some funky spots. I won't name the countries. And I developed what they call gut problems, GUT. And out of all my fancy friends, in all the fancy places I go, I called Serena. Serena, I'm having problems with my gut. My doctor thinks it's leaky gut. So we meet with masks on. Remember?
I remember.
And she starts walking me through what I should do. Okay? And what you taught me is these are the principles, little Timmy Storey. You want to get to the promise. Here are your principles. You know, just add water.
Yes.
Eat this, take that away, take that away. Watch your antibiotics. Add this, do this. And I followed because I'm a good student.
You are.
And guess what? My leaky gut started going away.
Yeah.
My stomach got flat.
Yeah.
I brought in my 28-year-old trainer.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I'm svelte. I'm like a machine right now.
You
That's
are.
why I won't even stand up and show you my body. I just.
Do we need to do a chest show? Like, maybe for the next live, we're gonna have to see.
It's all there.
And that's why you glow. You know, that's why you glow. We had comments about how you glow. And so, you know, you are a part of that for me too, Tim. I was talking on and on about you and what you've done. And honestly, it's such a privilege for all of us that you're here with us right now and sharing these steps, you know, how people can reconnect, how people can tap into that miracle mentality, how they can come back from where they've been.
They can. And because what happens is that we've all had setbacks, but let's not sit in the setback. Let's not settle. Let's not cement ourselves. You know, Robert Downey Jr. is the one that quoted me as saying this because I started working with Robert in 1999. Is that the bigger the setback, the greater the comeback.
Yes.
So no matter how big your setback has been, look what Robert's done. He became Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
And so, but who knows what's going to happen in your life? Don't just look at someone else and go, that's for them. No, something beautiful is going to happen for your life. Own that today. Okay, almost done. Watch. Principles.
Wait, but we don't want you to leave.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm just warming up.
Okay, good.
No, but I'm just saying I'm almost done with this part. With the principles, you got to stay on the principles. Like when you told me, okay, Tim, you got to drink this much water. Tim, get off this. And guess what? I was taking little notes. And then you would send me things. You'd send me my diet. And I was doing everything Serena said because Serena knows best. So I was doing everything she told me. And all of a sudden, step by step, I say that on purpose because you got to follow the principles, but then you got to learn to be patient.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. See, everybody wants overnight transformation.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I went to this seminar, I was changed forever. No, you probably got some good information and it helped you.
Yeah.
But we have to be patient with ourselves because we are unfolding. We are unfolding.
Yes.
You may not be what you used to be, but thank goodness you're not what you know, you're moving on. You're unfolding.
Yes. Yes. You're in transition.
So you got to be patient. So you got to be patient. And then you're going to like this next one. You got to be patient. But then in order to fulfill the plan, you have to be persistent.
Yes. Yes.
Is it possible, Tim Storey, to be patient and persistent? Yes, it is.
Yes.
You're patient in your mindset. You're patient in your soul. Will you stay in a place of quiet like Serena? And her dog just walks right by her. Did you guys notice the dog?
Yes. Where's Gizmo? He's over
Look,
here.
what? In the back.
Yeah, he's right here.
Okay. See? You're just relaxing. That's a real Beverly Hills dog, people. For all you people watching from around the world, that's a Beverly Hills dog if I've ever seen one. Okay, so watch. You got to be persistent.
Yeah.
But you cannot be persistent if you don't have the faith in this process. This magical life is for you.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, tell them why this is so important. They need to know the magical life is for them.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that important, Serena?
Because that is the belief, that's the faith that drives everything. That brings it all together, and that taps you back into you.
Yes.
Who you are, because you are magic.
It's the truth. And so what happens is that the delays hit and the denials and the detours. Come on, people.
Mm-hmm.
Keep pressing on.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going forward. So you're going to love this illustration. I call this bugs on the windshield. Serena, have you ever been driving somewhere and bugs started hitting your windshield?
Oh, yeah. Anytime I drove up north to San Francisco, during college when I was at Berkeley, driving back and forth, bugs on the windshield.
Okay. Has it ever been to where they distract you? Like, boom, they're hitting.
Yes, I would say sometimes they're big bugs.
Okay, so can I tell you something?
Yes.
Something you don't know about me, because
Okay.
you know most things about me, but something you don't know about me is I did this research on bugs hitting windshields.
Did you really?
No, I did a 4-hour research on this, and I'm not joking, because you would think that it just happened in certain regions, but it happens worldwide depending on the month. Okay. So I found out something, that when somebody is driving, everybody listen, when somebody's driving and bugs, I'm going to do this, bugs start hitting your windshields. Number one, it creates distraction.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, distraction. Because you're going, why do I need this? That's what life's been doing to you for a whole year, called COVID-19.
Yeah.
Bugs on the windshield. Boom, boom. Where's my mask? Oh my God, I wear my mask. 6 feet away, I'm at the bank. Oh my gosh, can I go in the bank? Is the bank open? Is the restaurant open? Is the restaurant not open?
Yeah.
Can I get my nails done? Can I get my eyebrows done? Can I go to Fred Fakai? Can I not go to Fred Fakai? Can I go to the to the Ivy? Can I not? It's bugs on the windshield.
Yes.
It's distractions.
I love it.
Boom.
Good analogy.
Watch. Boom. I'm distracted. Watch. I'm distracted. And the thing that's been bothering some of you, it's been happening for a year straight.
Yeah.
This is good teaching, right?
This is so good. So good. And for those of you who keep asking me if I'm saving this live, of course, this live is recorded. We will clean up the audio and the video. We'll take all the comments off, and it will go up on my YouTube and my Facebook within the next 24 to 48 hours. So,
okay, so you're going to like what I'm about to do with this.
Yes.
People are saying, I got so many bugs on my windshield. It's been a year of bam, boom, bam. Okay, well, you don't know how to handle the bugs in the windshield. So what these people tell you to do online is that if you have bugs in the windshield, you got to go off the road, stop somewhere, and you need to clean them off.
Yeah.
And there's various ways to clean them off. And so some of you have had, boom, distraction. But are you meditating?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you praying? Are you getting quiet? Are you sleeping correctly? Are you eating?
Yeah.
Are you spending time with the right people to scrape the bugs off your windshield? Oh, this is
so good. So good.
Okay, so the bugs in the windshield, number one, distraction. Oh my God, distraction. 1 year solid, distraction. Not for me. I pull over.
Yeah.
I rest. Serena, I turn my phone off.
Yeah, good.
I take naps. I watch the Flintstones.
I love it.
Okay, so they create, bugs in the windshield create distractions. They also create delays.
Yeah.
Okay, but delays are not always bad.
No.
Because maybe you were going too fast before this pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, where were you going so fast? You're in a hurry. You're in a hurry. Have you ever been driving and you're feeling good, like on the 405 freeway or something, and somebody just goes right by you, You're like, where are you going?
Yeah. Yes. When
Does
they're
that make
tailgating
sense?
you. Yeah. Mhm.
So I think everybody's been like so bothered by their delays,
Mhm.
but some of these delays that I've faced this last year
Mhm.
has brought back my humor.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always been funny, but I think
Yeah.
I'm as funny as I've ever been. I
Mhm.
think I have as much peace as I've ever had right this second. I
Mhm.
literally have more peace than I have had in
Mhm.
my entire life.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, in the midst of like bugs on the windshield,
Mhm.
and not to make this sad, but I did one of my good friend's funeral 2 weeks ago. He was on the hit show
Mhm.
ER.
Mhm.
A month before that,
Mhm.
I did the funeral for someone who's also very powerful and huge guy on Instagram. I did his funeral, but also did a wedding for HGTV for one of the stars of HGTV just
Mhm.
this weekend. So in the
Mhm.
midst of a lot of challenging things in
Mhm.
COVID-19,
Yeah.
there's a lot of beautiful things that are still going on.
Yes. Yes,
So the so
100%.
the the delays are not always so terrible. Why don't
Mhm.
you tell me what you're learning from that about the delays sometimes help us to slow down to the speed of life.
Mhm. Oh, I love that. The delays help us slow down to the speed of life.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's
Yes.
such a good reminder.
Like, have you noticed that when I go to lunch with you,
Yeah.
I'm like in the moment.
Mhm. It allows you to be present.
Yeah.
And when you're
I'm not on my
present,
phone.
mhm.
Like, oh my God, I can't talk to you right now. Somebody huge is calling. No, I'm like in the moment. And the delays of COVID-19
Mhm.
and the pandemic, and even delays, some of you struggling with health,
Mhm.
mental issues, problems in the relationships,
Mhm.
these delays are going to end up being a blessing in your life.
Absolutely.
You watch, you just
Mhm.
watch and watch and watch.
Yeah, it's just that reframe, and these delays actually allow us to go through the steps that you talk about in this book. It allows us to go back and find those happiness triggers, those innocence triggers, those magic moment triggers, right?
You're
Like,
good.
mm-hmm.
You're a good wordsmith. You know, I speak words for a living, and you're good because you just said reframe. That is like
Mm-hmm.
so real.
Mm-hmm.
You have to reframe. Look at all the emojis we're getting. If you like what we're
I
doing today, send me some emojis.
I
I need
know people.
emojis.
Look, do you not see all these hearts? These
I
hearts
need
have been
hearts.
non-stop
I
with the
need
hearts.
emojis.
Emojis and
I need
hearts. Let's
emojis
see
like
them.
overload of them.
Yes. Oh my goodness. You just now the hearts are nonstop. I see these hearts. Are you seeing hearts on your side? It's like an
I mean,
endless stream of
stuff is
white
just
hearts.
popping up.
Oh my goodness. Let's
Come
see
on,
it. I
people.
love it. Oh, the
Do
hearts,
you know why,
fire.
Karina? Because we're going to rise up as a culture.
Yes.
Like a friend of mine called me. He's kind of a negative guy, even though he's rich. And he said to me, this world is in so much trouble. Tim,
Mm.
this world is in so much trouble. You watch, it's going to spiral down.
Mm.
Let me tell you something. He didn't get it.
No.
I went for a walk by
Yeah.
my house where I live right this second.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really cool park. And I walked this park. I saw these little kids playing.
Uh-huh.
I saw their energy.
Yeah.
Look at me. I saw their energy. And I thought,
Mm-hmm.
we ain't going nowhere.
Mm.
These kids are next.
Yeah.
These kids are they're gonna take it to the next level. Come
Yes.
on, you adults over 25,
Yeah.
start acting right.
It's so true though, right? But it's
Yeah.
because, it's because we have people like you and people who are on this call and people who know that there's magic in all of us, right? And that just
Yes.
to remind yourself and to remind other people that there's this magic and that we rise by lifting each other and lifting others.
Can I talk
So
about releasing magic?
yes, let's talk about releasing magic.
Okay, so watch how cool this is.
Okay.
So when you say nice things about me,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I don't really like think too much of myself in the way you think about me. I see myself as a nice person,
Mm-hmm.
like
And
very kind
likewise.
to people. I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind to people. That
Mm-hmm.
I'm that.
Yes.
But this other thing that's become Tim's story throws me off. Like the other day, somebody brought food to my house because I ordered it, and the guy got emotional. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe it." He goes, "You don't know. You changed my life. Oh my God, you changed my. Oh, I'm getting emotional." So that throws me off because I'm just doing my part. We all have our part of the puzzle. I'm doing my part. But right now, I'm going to teach you how to release magic into people's life. This is so powerful. Watch.
Okay.
So we got to go from believing in miracles. A miracle is something extraordinary. Okay. I believe miracles still happen. I believe that life is a miracle. Every day we wake up is miraculous. I think when butterflies fly by is a miracle. I think that so many things are a miracle. Okay.
Yeah.
We have to believe in miracles, the extraordinary. Everybody's loving this. They're saying amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
You got to believe in miracles, but secondly, you got to expect miracles.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
You got to expect them.
You got to expect them.
See, Serena, I believe that you expected to be Serena. Celebrity chef, amazing woman, hair on fleek, all this stuff. Oprah asked me in her backyard, just me and her talking, just chatting as friends. She said, "At what point did you realize you were Tim Storey?"
Wow.
Come on, people. How powerful is this?
Wow.
You know you're something special.
Wow.
Quit acting like you're not. So you got to believe in miracles. Then you got to expect them. Expect them is like this. I remember I was in Los Angeles, downtown LA, visiting my therapist. Do you have a therapist? Yes. And a lot of times I don't even have anything to say that's like a problem. I just go there like it's good to have like.
That's like what I do with my healers.
It's a safe place. Okay, right? So I came out of my therapist's office in downtown LA, and I saw this black guy, and he was leaning in like this, like that. So I'm very curious. So I came up to him. I said, "Hey, man, why are you leaning like that?" And he said, "I'm waiting for the bus. It's the last bus of the night because it was nighttime." And he said, "And I don't want to be here in the morning." So he was leaning, looking for the bus. So when you expect something, watch how powerful this is. You got to lean. You got to expect it.
Yeah.
Okay? What if you tell little kids, "Okay, we're gonna go to Disneyland on Saturday."
Yeah.
And it's only Wednesday. On Wednesday, they're already leaning.
Yes.
How awesome is this?
So true.
Your dog knows when it's supposed to go for a walk. It starts leaning in. Take me. Take me.
Yes.
Get me out of here.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So you got to believe and you got to expect. People, get your lean back.
Yes. You got to believe and you have to expect. I love that.
Expect.
Because believing, and that's not expecting with attachment, but just believing to the point where you know this is true.
Yes. Yes. But what do you mean by believing with attachment? Break that down.
So I believe in neutrality, meaning what comes in, and what you want, you're not attached to it. Meaning if that doesn't happen exactly the way you think, it doesn't disrupt you.
I like that.
Because you have a knowing that of what you're saying, what you expect. You have a knowing that your destiny is happening. So even if you have a certain framework or a certain picture of it, because that's just what you have right now in front of your face, if it doesn't happen exactly like that, you're not disappointed because you know that it will happen. So that's what I mean when I say not having attachment. That means you receive
that a lot, and that brings even more clarity to this. That you believe and then you expect, but not with attachment. And And because what you get
Mm-hmm.
might even be better than what you ordered.
Exactly. Exactly. If you believe that that's what's going to happen, you believe in your destiny, you believe in that magic, you
Yeah.
believe in those miracles, then you already know it's going to happen. So you're not disappointed if it comes a little bit later and in certain formats, because you know that it's going to be even better. However
So
it's
good.
delivered.
We work so well together. No wonder. We work
Mm.
well together. So you got to believe, and then you got to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And then Serena, you got to receive the miracles. And here's what I find. A lot of people don't receive what's been sent to them because they
Mm-hmm.
feel shame.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not worthy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
Give it to someone else. No,
Mm-hmm.
it has your name on it.
Yeah.
You believe it, expect it,
Mm-hmm.
receive it.
Mm-hmm.
Receive what's yours. Tell
Mm-hmm.
them how important that is. That's so good, right? That a
You
lot of
have to
people will not
receive.
sign for the package because they had shame and guilt because they went through a divorce or
Mm-hmm.
something happened 20 years ago, or their mother's mad at them for something they did when they were a teenager. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
believe, expect, and receive your miracle. Receive your miracle.
Mm-hmm. You have to receive. And I also think that when I'm going through a challenging time, for example, right? Because we have a lot of questions, and I don't know if we're going to get to all these questions because we're coming up to the hour of when I started. We can always jump back on. I look at it and I think, okay, so what can I learn here that I can teach someone else? Like, what can I learn here? So that's why, it's anything that happens that maybe doesn't feel right in the moment, don't have shame around it, because there's still a gift there somewhere. And if you turn it into a value that you can now give to someone else, that shame goes away, because then you realize there's a purpose in what's happening.
Okay, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so somebody just asked, what's the topic? Because they came in late. We're talking about the miracle mentality, on how to get the miracle mentality, and then getting to the point where you're a releaser of miracles, where you're not just trying to get miracles for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're releasing miracles and magic everywhere you go. So you got to believe, okay, in miracles. Then then you got to what? Second is expect them. You got to believe. You got to expect. Then you receive them.
You gotta
Okay?
receive.
Got to receive. And then here's what happens. It's so awesome. You become a miracle. See, I believe we have become miracles.
Yeah.
We have. Like, what we get to do is nothing less than a miracle.
Wow.
I mean, I was sitting there, and she might be watching right now, Reese Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm over at this little get together, and Reese Witherspoon comes up and she starts talking to me about some good things about life and about me and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I lived the craziest life, that these people that I like their movies, where I could walk into the Four Seasons or somewhere and they'll go like, oh my God, I'm like your biggest fan.
Yes.
Happens to me nonstop. That, come on, little Timmy from Compton.
Are you receiving it though? Are you receiving it?
Yes, I'm receiving it. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm receiving it. I'm receiving it as like, I believe in this process.
Yep.
That we have become a miracle. A miracle, again, is something extraordinary, uncommon, not regular, not the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Serena,
We're miracles.
come on, girl.
We're miracles.
You're not normal. You got a
None
dog.
of us are. We're all special.
You got a dog walking by you.
We do.
We're all special.
Do you see this right now? Do you see Gizmo?
Yeah, and that's a Beverly Hills dog.
Santa Monica by the beach dog.
Yes.
So Tim, I'm getting all these questions that are popping up on my phone, my texts, you guys are blowing up with questions.
I'm ready.
So biggest question is, everything that you've shared today, everything that people can't even take notes fast enough with all your wisdom drops, that's in this book, right? Like, people are going to pick up this book.
That's in that book.
And this is their Bible.
Yeah, this thing is so phenomenal. I talk about Miracle Mentality in Dating
Yeah.
among single people.
Ooh.
Miracle Mentality in Parenting if you have
Mm-hmm.
children.
Mm-hmm.
Miracle Mentality in your finances. And then I do a
Mm-hmm.
miracle assessment where you can
Mm-hmm.
write down where you are. So
Mm-hmm.
good.
Ooh.
Book took me 3 years to write, and the guy who's my editor is a teacher at Princeton.
Uh-huh.
This is a book at a high level. And as you know, you heard the rumor, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I was on Clubhouse one night.
Yes.
And
Yes. Mm-hmm.
in one night, we sold over 20,000 books. And people were buying 100 at a time because this is a movement.
Over
Every one of you knows somebody.
23,000. Don't sell your shelf short on those 3,000. Over 23,000.
Yeah, it was over 23,000.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason is, and another guy today just bought 2,500.
Wow.
No, but this is happening on a daily basis. But why
Mm-hmm.
is it? Because you all know somebody. Every one of you that's watching right now, you know somebody who needs this book, that they are stuck.
Yeah.
And bugs have hit their windshield.
Yes.
Why don't you give somebody a life lift and do a twofer? Buy one for you and for them.
Yes. Yes. And I think that's beautiful. I'm going to get one for, well, it's sold out here. I'm going to have to go online and get on a wait list.
No, just do Barnes and Noble.
But
just go get it. I said be persistent. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Well, we did. We shopped all over town over here, you guys. It's already been sold out because there are so many Tim Storey lovers here and so many people that know how important it is to have this book and to share this book. So, you guys, if you haven't yet.
Let's do some questions.
Yes. So we only have a few more minutes. So we're going to dive into the number one question that I keep getting over and over. And it's, I still don't know how to get out of my slump. And this is people taking your notes, and it's been shaped different ways. Like how if I've lost my job, how if I've lost people that I love to COVID, how when I've lost my relationship, how when I've lost my business. I mean, there's been a lot of those questions. You know, how do I find the miracle in me? You know, how do I find that magic? And it's been, you know, I'm rewording it, but that's basically what one of the questions that keep coming through, you know, how
I have a very easy answer because this is what I do all day long. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it'd be like if you came into a physician and they're good at what they do, it's because this is what I do. If you went to Dr. Abaji and he knew what to do with your face, because this is what he does. Okay. Here's what happens. We need to go back to our successes in the past. Because truly, as we hear a lot, success leaves clues. So if I was life coaching a person that said, I'm in a slump, I'd say, okay, let's go back to a time when you weren't in a slump. What was happening in your life? What were the dynamics? Who were you around? What was the environment? Okay. And so we're going to look for the clues in what their life was like when their life was not in a slump. And I'm telling you, you're going to find them there. It could be the person who may say, I wasn't so hard on myself, or I wasn't working so hard, or I wasn't in the wrong relationship, or I did better with my health and nutrition. So it's almost like if you go on Santa Monica Beach, like we do, and you see those guys out there with those machines, and they're going, they're looking for metal in the sand. You ever seen this? They have those little things and they're looking for metal in the sand. Some of us have dropped a part of our life, and we need to go back with the metal detector, and we need to go back and see what we left and what we lost.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And bring that back into your life.
Yeah.
And that could be
beautiful.
Your quiet time, your joy, more time with your friends, your spiritual life, your yoga, your meditation, whatever it is. Okay, go back and see what we left behind.
Ah, that's beautiful. Tim, that is just beautiful. And look at all these messages, Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And you guys, I really hope that helps you. I know we're coming up to the hour and we've got to jump off soon. So if you have more questions, you can message Tim, right? Tim, you take your DMs.
Yes, DM me. I'm like a normal human.
Yes. Well, he's quite busy, but he cares about people, and he is an earth angel and one of the best humans I have ever had the privilege of knowing. And I don't know, I'm so grateful for you. I know I say that all the time, but truly I'm so grateful for you and everything that you do. You're helping so many people, not just here on this live, but it keeps going. It keeps ebbing and flowing. So
we care about each other.
mm-hmm.
We truly care about each other. You see how we honor each other? We honor each other. We care about each other.
Yeah.
It's good.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.